Okay, so that does it for this little part. Next up, we're taking this steel plate, which is kind of rusty considering. M22s, I think this is the first time they've actually specified which bolts to use, which is always nice. Thread nuts onto bolt. Looks like I've got a few left here, enough for this certainly. Okay, so it says to leave them a little above the plate itself. And we're going to take this so this is definitely offside from what you can see, the center hole being farther off to one than the other. And of course they take a photo which doesn't give any indication whatsoever of which side goes on which, if it matters at all. I don't know if it matters, because there's no way for me to know what's going on with this. So I'm going to assume that this will actually stop somewhere. There we go. This does say to go and put it down real nice and tight. And then once that's done, tighten this up here nice and securely. So yeah, I would have saved wiring this up until after this was done, because this has gotten handled a lot, and I'm really lucky that these wires didn't just totally snap. Huh, nice. So if you're using Gen 3 electronics, which this kit is, yes, you'll need to use a thermistor for temperature measurement. Prepare it as in the instruction for Extruder Mark 4. This being Mark 5, of course they can't be bothered to insert that here. Simple copy-paste operation, certainly. I can understand how that would be difficult, but nice. But they're more than happy to make a note here, if you got the Gen 4 electronics, you don't have to use that at all. So, you know, why would you make two different documents for two different things? I love it, love it, love it, love it. Why the entire box should go together so easily, but this very small part be so difficult, does not make sense. At all. Not one bit. So there is a difference in the sides here. There's a little hole there with a circle above it, and there's just a circle above there with no hole. Which side does the thermistor go in? It does in fact go in this hole. I'm surprised they actually bothered to mention that. Kapton tape. Is this Kapton tape? I don't know, it could be. It's certainly a form of tape. Doesn't look anything like it does in the photo. And as to the thermistor itself, I'm gonna guess this is it here. Only because it happens to look like it could be correct. So this is going to require an extra step of looking up directions on another page entirely on their wiki, so let's put the thermistor aside for a second without losing any small parts and move on to next. Again, this wiring here should have been done close to last. I'm displeased. And it says to crimp this down so it's friction tight, but this really feels like it wants to break. Let's see if I can do it a little more gently with these. A little too tight. So that's good. Doesn't say exactly where to put this on here, but and in doing so, it turns out I've loosened this tube up. I don't know how much or how badly. So it says these 4 tubes here should fit in with the plate there, but not quite. Not quite at all. There we go. now trying to get the main tube to fit into that hole. These sides here definitely need some kind of cutout. And these wires absolutely have no business going on this part yet. Holy shit. I am utterly shocked I just didn't destroy this wiring. Pop it into place, right. So we're looking at 4 more nuts here. Which can be tightened down straight away. But when you're doing something like this, you never want to tighten one down completely until they're all on. And then you want to do a few at just a minute. Hi.